So looking back on the defense,
I think it looked real well. We definitely shut down the run, which was one of our biggest goals. And I always think like the first game of the season always helps that. We're always jacked up for the home opener, and we just got to play. That's going to have to be consistent in stopping the run, because we stopped the run week 1 versus Tennessee, but week 10 versus Washington we got ran on. So we just got to make it consistent.
Were you watching that game yesterday, by the way?
Yeah, definitely.
Any thoughts on that?
Yeah. Mixed feelings about who we want to win, but I'm glad a Pac team won. Like, you never like to see your enemies win, but at the same time, like, I hate the SEC, and they're always talking smack. Every other conference talks smacks on us, and we always come out with victories. So.
You guys think you guys are pretty physical out there yesterday against that big old line?
Yeah, definitely. They're a big old line, and you got to be physical. That was the mind frame going into it. They had the mind frame. They're bigger than us, and I was reading some blogs of their fans how they're gonna manhandle us up front, and we held a good power attack and a good running back to under 100 yards.
How do you think the 3-4 was functioning? You guys were playing pretty well against the runner.
Yeah, no, it's functioned real well. I like it with all our gaps. 3-4 is a real gap assignment, and we've been working hard in the whole camp trying to take on blocks and how to fit the power right, and I think we did that.
It seems like Coach Greger is asking anyone from Derek Hill to anyone to drop back sometimes. Have you been doing that in the past?
Yeah, no, it's been good. It's just trying to give a different look, because there's always holes in defenses when the schemes we run, and he's just trying to fill those holes at times, and he's scheming smart.
Is going fast kind of one of the things you guys can improve on, like especially at the end of the games, the offenses hurry up? I know it's kind of a defense. That's something that.
Yeah. I think it's that first game. To condition yourself for a first game is tough, and now we have one of those under our belt. Now our body's gonna start being more callous towards it, so we can perform better in the fourth quarter. We ran over 91 plays in defense. That's the most since I've ever been here. So it was a wear, but we definitely need to finish a little stronger.
I like the calls and the audibles and stuff going on between the linebackers and
things going good. Definitely communication is a big thing, and it's going to be even mean a little more when we're on the road. Or actually no, at home is when it's the best, but we didn't get too loud. So
how do you view this kind of game coming up? Washington State's not really the best team in the conference or the country, but
Yeah, well, they always play good at Pullman. They're 7-0 at home openers at Pullman. So they always play good defense there. And looking at them on tape, I do believe that we should beat this team, but I never underestimate them because they always put up a good fight. So.
Is there anything you're kind of telling yourself to motivate yourself a little bit more?
No, I think just growing as a defense, as far as team-wise, and just position-wise, work on the little things, secure, because it takes one time to mess up from the bust a big play, and that's something I'm trying to solidify in my game.
Just lastly, you guys got a lot of guys at linebackers that are very deep. We'll just go down the names, and you want to give your thoughts on those guys and what kind of style of linebacker and just as a person too.
All right.
So we'll go Anthony Feller.
Physical, hard-nosed, aggressive, makes plays. He's stepped it up this year. I think he's really solidifying the middle for us.
He seems like he's a very nice guy when you talk to him in person, but is he kind of trying to switch?
Yeah, it's kind of, we all kind of do. When you get on that field, you got to flip the switch.
Okay.
Eddie Young, physical linebacker. He goes in there and he'll hit you in the mouth. That's something that, it kind of like I was when I first got here, always hitting people, and then after 4 years of doing it, my body hurts, and so I stopped. So I've kind of been telling him, like, you'll hit a point, just be careful, in practice. In the games, we both all go full speed, we'll hit anybody as hard as we can, but in practice, we're trying to.
You think he's won over the respect of all defensive starters?
Definitely, yeah. He put together a solid game. That was his first game starting and playing through, and he did a pretty good job. Worrell, playmaker. The thing with our defense, Worrell is a great player. The thing with our defense, with our linebackers, we have so many playmakers and big-time guys. If I'm not making a play, one play, it's Worrell making a play. If he's not making a play, it's Tony making a play. Same with Eddie.
How about some of the younger guys, the backups,
DJ, real thick, heavy. Like when he hits somebody, you'll feel it. You know what I mean? He's still working on the little parts of his game, but as an overall athlete, he has what it takes to be great. You know what I mean? And I think another year of development, he'll be the next big linebacker here. Devin is along the same way. I think he needs to get a little more comfortable with the defense, but he has that natural instinct. You know what I mean? That you can't be taught. And Mike Mohammed, playmaker. finds a way to get the job done. You know what I mean? He doesn't have the size and the big strength, but he's always in there making plays.
How's the youngster doing? 17-year-old.
Kendricks, yeah, I kind of try to take him under my wing. He's learning. You know what I mean? It's a mature process for him, and he's going to be a solid player. Like, I think with the guys he has ahead of him, if he just learns and grasps his defense, you'll see him making a lot of plays come off that edge with the speed.
Did you kind of pull him aside after you had that roughing the ticker time?
Yeah, no, I didn't have a chance to at the time because we had to run out on there, but I talked to him after the game, and I kind of smiled with him. I said, "You're just lucky that we got a victory out of this. Like, you made your freshman mistake, and we got a win out of it. If we would have lost, it would have been a little more. It would have meant a little more, so he got lucky."
Those kind of things go a long way.
My freshman year, I had 3 personal fouls. Like, I headbutted somebody. I got in trouble. Like, it comes with the game because you're so juiced out there. It's your first game. You just want to make a play, and your adrenaline's running so much. And as you get older, you learn to kind of diversify that energy in different ways.
You remember who you headbutted?
Lindell White.
Oh yeah.
Just to wrap it up, are you excited for Pullman, Washington?
Yeah, I love that. Like, well, the drive is going to be the worst part. I think that's what made me the most. That's why I wanted to beat him my sophomore year, for making me drive that drive from the airport to Pullman. So they're fans. They have like a little mini Raider Nation up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they get all dressed up, and I love it.